Ain't gonna say what's up to the people?
Oh, what's up?
Jeez.
I was waiting for the music to drop. You know, my bad, my bad.
You know,
What's
you
up,
say
YouTube? How you doing, YouTube? How y'all doing out
say
there in
what's up to the
YouTube
people.
land? What's
You
up
know
with
what
y'all?
I'm
Y'all
saying?
see my nice background? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Flyboy Flavor. Shout out to that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. You know.
I'm trying to see. A B. What's your? Why I don't know why. What's your name on Facebook? I don't know why it ain't popping up.
My name on Facebook is
Oh,
Oh, where he
he
go?
dropped out. Yo, you dropped out. Where you go, son?
My name on Facebook is. That sound like the Luther joint. Wow. Dun, dun, nah.
Everybody get to see the beginning. Yo,
Dun, dun, dun,
yo, B. I don't know where you went.
dun, dun, wow.
Just send me a message on there.
Okay.
On no, not you. I'm talking about him. Send me
Oh,
a message on Facebook
about to say, about
Messenger
to get to that right now.
and let's go.
Dun, dun, YouTube, what's up with y'all? Spotify, Google. Hey, shout out to Bud Ice. I'm looking for a sponsor. We love Bud Ice over here. My partner seems to think that I'm an old white man trapped in a female's body. I don't know where she get that from. Treetop Radio LA, man. We are broadcasting live in Baltimore, Maryland, via Los Angeles, California, man. I'm your host, Big Homie Smiles. You can follow me on Instagram. That's big_homie Smiles 41, man. That is my guy. Been ready on the ones and twos. Been ready like we been ready to get to this paper, man. Been ready like we been ready to find out the ending of 47 degrees down. You know what I'm saying? It's a nice little show I just got finished looking at. Been ready like we been ready to get addicted to the results because we got a wonderful show today, man. Today's title is called Addicted to Results. The purpose of this podcast is for my audience to take away what it truly means to be addicted to results. Being addicted to a cause isn't negative unless it goes against you becoming a better version of yourself. I believe that in order to elevate, you have to be addicted to the process of success. Being addicted to the positive process ultimately will lead you to results. In life, we are always going to battle obstacles, make mistakes once, sometimes more than once. However, if you're addicted to results, you start and begin to process and learn from those missteps. I want my audience to recognize their destiny, to recognize their purpose, to recognize that to recognize to stay and be addicted to results. Today we have a special guest. His name is Brandon. He is the owner of ATR, aka Addicted to Results. It's a LA-based company. ATR is a brand geared towards fitness and mental health motivation, created to help and heal others and teach and show others how to create better versions of themselves through consistency and being addicted to results. In 2003, at the age of 15, Brandon was diagnosed with cancer and began a journey of discovery, acceptance, and purpose. I'd like to welcome Brandon to Treetop Radio LA, man. How you doing, brother?
what's good, everybody? What's good? What's good, Smiles?
Hey, what's happening with you, Slam?
Man, chilling, man. Can you hear me good? Can you hear
Hey,
me?
I can hear you good, man. You looking great. You got a nice smile, brother.
Man,
Like
thank
Kodak.
you. I appreciate Thank you. I appreciate that.
Coca-Cola, Brandon. How you been? How you been?
I'm doing okay, man. I'm just out here trying to get it. I'm out here trying to do a little bit of everything right now.
That's good. Now, is
Yeah.
Brandon your preferred name or do you have a nickname?
You can just call me B. You can call me Brandon. Shit, I got like low key like 5 nicknames, but B or
Okay.
Brandon is cool.
Okay,
It's
so I
all
call
good.
you B.
Yeah,
Big
there it
B.
is. Yeah,
Big
there it
B, not to be
is.
confused with my fraternity members out there. Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Big B standing for Big Brandon. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
there it
saying?
is.
Not to be confused. Not to be confused. What part of California are you from?
I'm from Compton.
Oh, you from Compton? Okay,
I'm from
Big
Compton.
C.
Yeah,
Big C,
there
shout out
it
for the Compton, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect to my Compton crew. Shout out to Easy E, long live Easy E, you
is.
feel me?
Yeah, there it is.
So what is
Yeah.
like growing up in Compton, man? What is it like growing up in the infamous Compton where the shit went down with NWA and all that?
Shit, it's what everybody say it is. Shit,
And for real, it's all
it's
that.
what everybody say it is, man.
Even
This
like
ain't.
the joint on Netflix, American Football, that's just like that.
It's shit. Compton is. It's the shit that you see on TV. You know, people gonna try to hype it up and shit, but at the same time, I can't even say that they're hyping it up because the same shit is all that shit that was happening in the 90s. It's the same
Yeah.
shit that's happening right now. Like to this day, them shootings, the jackings, all that shit. It's happening everywhere, to be honest.
Right.
But
It's
the
more.
same,
It's still more popping like it was back in the day when you
yeah,
know what I'm saying. You got little homies getting jumped in,
yeah.
being in the fraternities and stuff, and
It's a
people.
lot more.
Yeah.
It's a lot more reckless now because you know OGs in jail, OGs is
Right. Right.
dead,
Right.
so niggas is just running wild out here. So
They ain't looking up to nobody. They just doing whatever.
doing whatever. So
Damn.
yeah,
So do you was it hard for you being a person, because it seemed like you might have not went towards the path of being in the street fraternity. I like this, just so you know, I like calling them fraternity members and sorority members just to stray
yeah,
away from the the
yeah.
negative connotation of gang members and shit like that. But was it hard for you not being involved into like the negative side of fraternities back
You know
then?
what? I had a lot of opportunities to join gangs, to
Uh-huh.
be in the gang, but I'm comfortable with being myself, and
Right.
you either gonna fuck with me or you not. Whether you blooding, whether you cripping, it's like if I'm cool with you, I'm cool with you. If I'm not,
Right.
I'm not fucking with you. So as far as the gang, being in the gang, one reason why I never wanted to be in the gang is because people have family members all over the place. So whether
Right.
if me and you from the same hood
Yeah.
or we not, if I got family that's not from my hood, but we don't get along, guess who gonna have each other back at the end of the day anyway?
Right.
Your family. So
Your
whether we
family.
exactly. So I always looked at it as who you fuck with is who you fuck with, whether you
Right.
from different hoods or not. So I just never chose that path. But
Right.
I know a lot of gang bangers. Shit, most of my friends do bang, but
Right.
that ain't never been my thing.
Yeah.
I don't like cutting my resources off just because we from different hoods. So
Right. And does it help that maybe like the gangs wasn't really started for the chaos initially, you know what I'm saying? It was for the productivity of a community, but it kind of like just transformed. It's like just took it
yeah,
on to a whole new level, right?
yeah, it's a whole different thing. Like niggas used to be people still trying to get money, but it's just niggas these days, boy, they
It's more
set they
politicking in this shit.
yeah, like just like I said, like people gonna fuck with who they fuck with. And I didn't heard too many people say they be from the same hood, right?
Right.
This will always make me cool too. I always hear this shit.
Yeah.
Oh, he from the hood, but I don't fuck with him like that. So
Right.
so when
Yeah.
you hear niggas say that shit, that mean that even though we from the same hood, if they don't fuck with you, they don't fuck with you.
Right.
You
Don't
just
even
go
mean nothing.
exactly. So
You're
it
gonna be
just
left in the cut.
exactly. So
Now, are you an only child?
no, I actually have a brother. It's just me and my brother.
Oh,
Yeah,
me and my brother.
yeah.
Brother, we're
We're
happy
happy
and
and
we're
we're singing
singing
and
and we're
yep, you
colored.
already
Give
know.
me a high five.
Yeah, it's just me and the bro. So
Now, are you the oldest? Are you the oldest or the youngest?
I'm the youngest.
You the
My
youngest?
brother has me by 2 years. He's 2 years older than me.
Oh, he's 2 years older than you.
Yeah.
So what
So
was it like? What was it like for you? I know I mentioned in the beginning of the show that you had gotten diagnosed with cancer at the age of 15. What
yeah.
was that? What was that like? Being a youngster, in high school. Were you in activities? Were you in football?
You know what? Before we start with the cancer,
Yes.
if I didn't play football, what's crazy about the whole story is
Mm-hmm.
if I didn't play football, I would have never found out that I had cancer.
Look at that.
That's
That's
the
crazy.
crazy thing about it. And what's crazy is Smiles is I used to want to play football since I was a little kid, but I was always too big to play Pop Warner.
Right.
So I played my freshman year in high school, and I played and I liked it, but I was just like, God damn, this shit is a lot of shit to do. So
Yeah.
after playing my freshman year, I told the coach, I was like, man, I'm about to go play basketball and baseball. So I end up, start trying to play basketball, but I was too lazy for the basketball training.
Right.
So I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Fuck them
So,
suicides, nigga.
yeah, they was doing too much shit before we even hit the basketball court.
Right.
I'm like, do y'all do this shit every day?
I just want to
So,
shoot, nigga.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to do. So I end up trying basketball, I end up playing baseball.
Yeah.
But while I'm playing baseball, baseball gets finished, and my football coach, shout out to Coach Mark, he kept telling me, he like, your big ass need to be on the field. You up here trying to play baseball. And he like, you can play baseball, but you need to play football too. So with him telling me that for months, I finally took my ass to practice. To make a long story short, my arm ended up getting hit. It got hit, and there was a little small lump.
Oh.
And yeah, so when there was a little small lump, you know, when you playing football, you're gonna get banged up.
Right.
Shit is gonna hurt all the time. So I didn't think it was anything big.
Yeah.
So a few weeks later, we're at practice, my arm gets stepped on and it blows up twice the size it is now. My arm got so damn big that I couldn't even bend it up. Like it was stop. Yeah, it was
like
stop
the
right
wiggly puff joint.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. So one thing I can say, man, if you know people that's going to the hospital and they keep saying that something is wrong with them, you got to make sure the doctors take that shit serious, because because what kept going on with me was I was going back and forth to the hospital and they kept saying, oh, it's just a hematoma, put ice on it, put heat on it, and the swelling should go down.
Crackers.
I kept doing that shit. That shit did not work. I sat out for about 2 weeks, but
damn, Slim.
Yeah, when you seeing your friends get hyped up for the game, you know, you seeing that shit, you ready to play. And back in 2003, 2004, that's when that Lil Jon song came out, and that shit getting, if you don't give a damn,
oh yeah, we don't give a fuck.
When they was playing that shit in the locker room, I'm like, man, my arm fucked up, but I'm ready to go.
Oh, that is you like, we don't give a damn.
Yeah, so I'm up here, I'm getting hyped and shit. So 2 weeks that went by, and I'm like, man, I'm about to play again. I don't give a fuck. I played in my last game.
Oh, with the arm and all that,
with
Slim Brandon.
Man,
you a soldier, Slim.
Man, with the arm and all that shit. The game get done. I'm telling my mom, I'm like, man, it feel like it's blood being pumped in my arm as minutes is going by. So
wow, that joint's about to explode.
Exactly. So we go to the hospital, and they tell me, well, they tell my mom that he's going to have to go to surgery now.
Oh, immediate surgery, emergency surgery.
Yeah, so all of a sudden, I get to go to surgery now, but y'all didn't want to give me surgery. It's almost been a month now.
Right.
So we go to the surgery, and soon as I get out the first surgery, they're telling me like, oh, he's going to have to go back in surgery because we don't know why he continues to bleed. So I'm out here. I go to Smiles, man. I go through about 3 or 4 surgeries. They still don't know why I'm bleeding, but yet they still don't want to give me an MRI or CAT scan.
No, they doing all this and they haven't. Brandon, you mean to tell me that they ain't give you a goddamn MRI?
Look. Let me tell you. Yeah, let me tell you how the hospital works. If they don't feel like your injury is serious enough, they're not going to give it an MRI, because them MRIs cost about $3,000-$4,000 when you get an MRI.
What?
So they're on some shit like, oh, we don't want to waste the MRI, and it's really not anything serious.
No way.
Yeah, so I go through about 3 or 4 surgeries, and they throw me in they throw me in the ambulance, and they take me to Sunset. So when I go to Sunset Hospital,
right,
they take it a whole lot serious. As soon as I get there, they're like, "Oh, we about to give him an MRI right now."
Damn.
So I go, as soon as
the upscale joint.
Yeah, I had to go to basically.
So I go.
So I go to a whole nother hospital. They do the MRI. I'm waiting in the room to see what's going on, and that's when I got diagnosed with cancer.
Wow.
The doctor came in the room and he said, "We understand why he's bleeding now and why you guys couldn't control the bleeding." So he comes in there and he tells me, he's like, "There's a tumor in your left arm, and you also have little pieces of cancer inside of your lungs." So the options was to either chop my arm off, which my parents didn't want to do, or go through chemotherapy. So
Right.
I go. I'm glad that
Mm.
I'm glad that I didn't get my arm chopped off, because even if they would have
Right.
chopped my arm
It
off,
would
I
have
still
still
had,
been there.
yeah, and I still would have had cancer inside of my lungs.
Right.
So it's like we about
Right.
to, yeah. So I go through the
Mm.
process of the
God is so
chemotherapy.
good.
Yeah. Before the chemotherapy, the doctor told me one of the biggest things that I'm going to face is, well, one of the biggest side effects from the chemotherapy is not being
Mhm.
able to have kids. Yeah. So when he tell me that,
Mm.
I'm already thinking on some shit. I'm like, fuck, I got cancer.
Right.
I'm still a virgin. I ain't even got.
Right. And
I'm
you
like,
don't got, you can't have kids. I'm about to be busting
yeah.
everything open. I'm about to be busting them.
Yeah. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, I'm about to, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, Smiles.
Yeah.
When you first get diagnosed with
Yeah.
cancer, the first thing
Right.
you think is, I'm about to die. Like,
Right. Right.
it's not that many people who make it through cancer, or
Yeah.
that survives through cancer. So, the first thing
Right.
I think is, man, I'm about to die. So
Right.
after, crying for so long, going through that whole stage,
Yeah.
shout out to Miss Graham.
Shout out Miss Graham.
She passed in
Oh,
2019.
I'm sorry. Long live Miss Graham.
That was like my second grandma.
Mm.
And she was holding shit down as far as the supplements that I still take now,
Right.
which is what I'm doing to help people with the cancer and chemotherapy. But
Right.
she put me on these supplements when I started the chemotherapy. The chemotherapy is no joke. Chemotherapy, it takes your energy away, it takes your
Right.
appetite away. I became so fucking moody that even the people that was there to help me, I was even snapping at the people that was there for me. And it
Right.
wasn't anything personal. It was just
Wasn't no malice against it.
yeah, it was just
Right.
being frustrated. Like, why that?
Right.
Like basically, like, why me? Why right
Yeah.
now? How am I
Right.
going to get out of this? So
Right.
while a lot of people don't know what the chemotherapy does is, it doesn't just take the bad cells out. It takes the good cells
cells.
and the bad cells.
Wow.
So that's why when a lot of people go through chemotherapy or they have
Right.
cancer,
Yeah.
they don't die from the cancer. They die from the chemotherapy because
Right.
it knocks that immune system down and they
Right.
can't fight off a regular cold. So you end up
Right.
getting you end up getting a regular cold along
Right.
with the cancer and the chemotherapy. You end up
Damn.
dying.
Yeah.
So what the supplements did was it boosts my it boosts your immune system up.
Yeah, your immune system.
Yeah,
Okay, it gives you those white blood cells or maybe
Yeah.
fake anti blood cells.
Yeah, see what it
Yeah.
does is all right, every time I went to chemo, every time you go through chemo knocks all that shit out.
Okay.
So before I went through my rounds of chemo,
Yeah.
even while I was going through the chemo, my parents it'd be vitamin C, vitamin B, vitamin
Right.
A, the supplements that I'm taking,
All
protein
the alphabet joints.
boy, they had me taking all of yeah, they had me
Yeah,
taking all of
got
that
you.
shit. So after going through that for a while, I'll end up, this is when a lot of shit changed too. I
Uh-huh.
went to this appointment before you take another round of chemotherapy. They want to test your blood cells
Okay.
to see if you're strong enough to
You
handle
go through
enough.
another round.
Yeah,
'Cause it's
to go
thinking
through
that
it.
shit.
Exactly.
Right.
So while I'm in this appointment, this doctor comes in there
Yeah.
and he takes my blood, and me and my parents are talking to him, and he's like, I had cancer, but I beat it a long time ago.
Wow. The
Man,
doctor's
when-
telling you this.
Yeah, so when he told me this, man, I never felt like, I felt like a spark.
Yeah.
Like, and it
Another
wasn't
life coming back.
exactly, and it wasn't
Yeah.
because he was a doctor. Like, fuck being a doctor, because
Right.
a doctor can only tell you what to take. But
Right.
when
He was
somebody
a walk-in testimony.
exactly, like when you're able to
Yeah.
talk to somebody, that's in the same situation as you, or them being in the same situation as you listen to that shit because you're like, okay, he's been there. It's not a whole bunch of speculation talking about, oh, maybe you should do this. maybe you should do that. Like, no,
Right.
you don't know what's going on. That's why I'm quick to, when somebody is going through something, I don't tell people that, man, I feel you. Like, if you're not in their situation, if you never lost a brother, if you never
Right.
had cancer, if you never lost a mom, don't tell a
Right.
person that you feel them,
Did you
because
feel
you don't,
them?
yeah,
Exactly.
because you don't
You
feel
don't
that shit.
understand how you feel that. You
Yeah,
ain't had it.
yeah, exactly.
What you talking about?
Exactly. So
Yeah. You can only
we're
sympathize,
exactly. You can
I
only be
sympathize, I could be
exactly.
there.
Exactly. You can only be there for him, to hold him up
Yeah.
and support him. But when I was in that appointment and he told me this, I'm looking at my mom. I'm like, I hope you writing down all this shit that he's saying to do,
Right.
because we
He
about to,
beat this drink. I'm about to beat it too. Fuck you
hell
talking about.
yeah, hell yeah. So
Yeah.
they were writing down all the stuff. So what we kind of did was we mixed what Miss Graham had me taking, and we mixed what he had,
Oh,
and we mixed what he had. I mean,
to make a
what?
perfect formula. You feel
Yeah,
me? Because they both was
exact,
telling you some right shit.
exactly. So
Right.
that's what we did. And every time I kept going to go get a checkup, the doctors were saying, "We don't know what you're doing, but the tumor is shrinking. It's
Look at
shrinking."
God. Look
Look
at
at
God.
God. Yeah.
Look how man. Cause see, look, I'm sorry to cut you off. Cause
No, no,
man,
no.
look,
Tap in.
cause
Yeah.
man, cause man to think they know everything. Man think that they can be God. You know what I'm saying? And now
Yep.
they try and figure it out. But when you have a child of God and when you are in His favor and
Mm-hmm.
when He is in your hands, ain't nothing man can do. Cause when what God say it is. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? My bad. I just.
No,
Whew.
no, you good. Hey, Smiles, I'm gonna have to take my headphones out and put this charger in. So I
Okay,
just
go
want to
ahead.
make
Do your
sure.
thing.
Okay. I
Yeah,
just
do
want to
your
make sure
thing.
that you able to still hear me.
Yeah, we still can hear you because look, because the devil don't stop no show. That's just goes to show. Look how when he tried to rear his little ugly head, we come down and smite thee, shing, like we are the savior of the Lord. Let me get my savior. Hold up. Let me get my savior. Savior. Hold on, come back. Now smite thee. I'm gonna come
Look,
out.
you gotta have that.
I got the
Can
savior. I got the savior, Brandon. I got the
Hey, you
savior
gotta.
so we can.
Hey,
Huh?
you gotta keep that. Can you hear me still?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, you gotta keep that sword, man.
Y'all keep that sword, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta keep that.
That
So,
devil thinking, pull that joint out.
on me. So, damn, I forgot where I was at.
Oh, you was talking about the supplements, how y'all merged it
Oh yeah,
together.
yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we started mixing the supplements. And speaking of saying that, what you just said, what's crazy is, look, I know I'm a testimony because the doctors who had me on the chemo, it was a few doctors, none of them, trusted in God. They were
Ooh, look at that.
non-believers. They were atheists.
Look at that. Look how God do,
Yeah,
boy.
look,
You was
and
a vessel, Brandon, boy.
look. Check this out. And I remember this conversation too. When I found out that I had cancer, right?
Yeah.
And the doctors were telling me all the side effects, and they even start saying like there's a chance that you might not be able to beat it. My
Mm-hmm.
grandma was in the room and she said, "Look, I don't know about your God, but
Ooh,
my God is about to bring him through this."
come
Like
on,
when she,
Grandma.
hey,
Come on.
hey, when you got, man, I know I ain't a perfect person, but let me tell you something.
When you
When
in
you
faith, you got
got,
praying hands.
hey, when you got strong people that pray for you,
Yes, Lord.
man,
It's
that go up,
amazing.
that go a long way. They didn't
Yeah.
believe, and when she said that, and they seen that the tumor and the cancer started going down, they
God.
start
Come
looking
on.
like, oh God, like they like,
Start making them
we at the
believers.
appointments, and they're starting to say like, oh, them prayers is working, huh? We
Look
like,
at
hell
them white people.
yeah.
We gotta start talking to your God.
Man, so once they started seeing the change and they started to speed up or whatnot, um the tumor ended up going down and it went away, cancer went away. And what's crazy is Miss Graham, she used to always tell me while I was going through that situation, even years later before she passed, she used to always tell me, Brandon, you're going to do something where you're going to talk to people and you're going to help a lot of people.
Look at that.
But look, Smiles, when she used to say that, I wasn't mentally checked in yet. So when
Right.
she used to tell me that, the first thing that I used to think was, you trying to turn me into a pastor.
Oh, look at
And
God do. That's how it
yeah,
always
but
happen. Brandon.
hey, but the thing was when hey, the thing about it was when she used to tell me that, the first thing that I used to think was, I don't want to be a pastor. But
Exactly.
now to this day, what I realize is it's not even being a pastor. It's
Exactly.
me. It's me talking to people the same way that doctor did to
Being a
me.
vessel.
Yeah. But what I also learned is through this whole situation is you can't run from God's calling.
Amen.
Like when God calls you, boy, you better answer or he gonna make you answer.
Man, look, it's real. It's real.
Yeah.
And I'm a piggyback on that because I'm gonna try to do this without getting emotional. I get emotional. Boy, this testimony. I don't know if it's the Bud Ice or if it's just you talking. The spirit is up is in here. Now, okay, I'm a PK, right? So before
Yeah.
my father passed away, he would just, give me like little bits and pieces, like little coins here and there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he would always, kind of tell me like, Sabrina, when I die, I'm not gonna be here, to like help you and get out of trouble. You gotta tighten up, you know what I'm saying? Cause you gonna be the key to the family, you know what I'm saying? And he'll tell
Yeah.
me like he tapped me down, he was like, Sabrina, religion is a lie. Now my father, the preacher,
Yeah.
told me this.
Not
When he
about the
told
religion.
he
It's
said,
about your relationship.
man, look, he told me, say, Sabrina, the religion is a lie. Because if you sit all the Bibles, all the religions, all their Bibles up, they talking about the same God. It's about your spirituality. Like you said, it's about your walk with God.
That relationship.
Your relationship with God. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And my stepmother would tell me, because I would talk to her, you know what I'm saying? She said, Sabrina, you might be a evangelist.
Yeah.
My and I wasn't checked in when this was how my dad was living. My dad said, "Yeah, you gonna be an evangelist or something like that." I'm
Yeah.
not checked in. I'm not checked in. But now,
Yeah.
eh, now that it's like you said, it's not that you are being I'm being an evangelist or you're being a pastor. It's just that we're allowing ourselves to be vessels for
Yeah.
God and for God to use us, and He
Yeah.
can use anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Anybody.
Because
Anybody.
most of the people that God used, let me tell you, prostitutes,
Oh, look.
drug dealers,
Everything.
motherfucking
Everything.
crackheads,
Murderers,
nigga,
thieves,
murderers, thieves, scammers, nigga. You
all
know what
that.
I'm saying? He
All
used
that.
everybody.
Hey,
God
but
used everybody. You know what I'm
hey,
saying?
but what
So
I realize is he gotta use them kind of people. Well,
yeah,
I'm gonna say us kind of people
us kind
because
of people.
I'm
Amen.
kind of yeah. He gotta use us kind of people because what kind of story would we be able to tell if we didn't do none of that shit?
Exactly.
You don't have a story.
Exactly.
You don't have a story if you're not fucking up a little bit. The fucking
Right.
up is what makes everybody
Right.
else hear the story and they see where they need to go and where they don't need to go.
Right, because the crowns that you are trying to obtain here, the crowns that you're trying to obtain here on earth, it's not you going to church 5, 10 days, 7 days a week. It's not you, you know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
gotta you gotta, you have to have a place where you can create your own sanctuary, you know what I'm saying? But you don't have
yeah,
to be up in man's sanctuary, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You know what
All
I'm
the time.
saying? Given to man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You can do that by giving to the people. It's homeless people out here. If you want to, give your money to something and you can see it, at least give it to
yeah,
the homeless or try to be involved in programs and stuff like that because
yeah.
it's about your soul. Because when we die, God is not judging my body. He's not judging,
Mm-mm.
hey, you know what I'm saying? That
Did
lesbian
you go
right
to
there.
church? Did you go to church every week?
You know what I'm saying? He say, you know what I'm saying? He's saying like, how many people did you try to tell about me? Now,
Exactly.
in your ways, do people see God in you through your lifestyle? Can they say,
Yeah,
wow, that's that person, they got God, they got favor on them? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's just about it's about how you are going in your life and how you are living. It's not that you're trying to live perfect. You trying to live without sin. You
You
trying to
know,
live not rocking the boat. You trying to live not cursing and shit. Cause
yeah.
look, God know me and God got a relationship. He
Hey,
know I'm a little nutty. He know
hey,
I curse, but he know that I'm
he
for
know your
him.
heart.
You know,
He know your heart.
he know I'm for him, and he know that I'm trying to lead a life that's elevating, and I'm trying
Yeah,
to not do as much wild stuff as I was when I was younger and stuff like
yeah,
that. But I
yeah.
think
See,
God is amazing. He
see,
always blessing us, man.
there it is. See, what a lot of people gotta realize too is it's not about what you do in church. It's about how
Yeah,
you living when you step out of church. We all can
yeah,
act perfect when we in church,
and
but it's
quote
about
all the Bible verses and shit.
all of that. All
I'm
of that
sorry,
don't
let me
matter.
say.
Hey, hey, I've been raised in the church my whole life, and it took
Right.
me a while to realize that. Like, you can go to church every Sunday, you can quote all them scriptures, but if you still treating people shitty, if you out here
Exactly.
gossiping about everybody, you out here stirring the pot up of bullshit, then you not out here helping. So
Exactly.
it's big out here.
Now I
So
wanted to ask you. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. What was you about to say?
I was going to ask you now, what is your, because you hit a lot of my questions. You hit a lot of my questions in our conversation, but I'm gonna still ask them. So,
Go
what
ahead.
is your definition of being addicted to results?
Okay. Addicted to results is basically what we put in is what we get out. And I even tell my sons this, like, you got to be willing to put in more work than the next person,
Right.
because what a lot of people don't realize is, all right, let me just tell you this, how I came up with it.
Okay.
I came up with it because I'm an athlete. I play sports my whole life. Even when I got done with that cancer situation, I still played in college and went to college and played again. A
Wow.
lot of people
Look
don't,
at that.
yeah, a lot of people don't know that.
Salute to you.
So
Was you a linebacker? I'm sorry.
I
Was
was
you
a
a
tight
linebacker?
end.
Tight end. I
Tight
knew
end, yep.
it.
But let me just say this.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working out for a while, but a lot of people don't know that this shit has been a little journey.
Right.
But where I used to fuck up at is I work out for 2 months
Mm-hmm.
and I don't see a change. So I stop and I tell myself, like, that shit ain't working. I'm not doing that shit anymore.
Right.
But in 2019, when I had a whole bunch of shit happening, as far as people dying,
Right.
stuff with my family, my baby
Yeah.
mom situation, just a
Right.
whole bunch of shit that I couldn't control. I
Right.
had to learn how to control my emotions.
Yeah.
So what I told myself was, what do I like to do? I like to work out. But every
Right.
time I start working out, I don't see a quick enough change and I start bullshitting. So I told myself, I'm going to start working out 3 times a week for 6 months.
Mm.
So I started working out 3 times a week. 3 months that
Right.
went by, I'm looking, clothes start getting bigger. I'm
Right.
like, shit.
Yo,
I'm like,
shit,
shit, if I'm
trim
working,
it down.
yeah. So I'm telling myself, like, damn, if I'm working out 3 times a week,
Right.
imagine if I start doing 5. Turned that shit up to,
Oh,
look, I turned that shit up to 5. I start buying different clothes. I
damn,
start
Slim.
feeling, man, I start feeling like a brand new person. But what I realized, Smiles, is
Yeah.
this working out shit and this ATR,
Yeah.
it's not just about the working out shit. What I learned
Right.
is your grind is the definition of your results.
Yeah. And reward. Hell yeah. Are
So
you really addicted?
exactly. So what I realized is the working out shit made me realize other aspects where I was fucking up at. I don't see a fast enough
Mm.
change, so I stopped doing it.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
so it took me doing the working out shit to realize that, B,
Right.
you can do a lot of shit, but you
Right.
just got to stick to it. Even when you don't
Right.
see a change, even when people are
Right.
not coming up to you saying, "Oh, I see you losing weight."
Right.
Fuck what everybody else is talking about.
Right.
Even though them compliments do feel good and shit, but fuck all of that. Sometimes people
Right.
not gonna compliment you
Right.
because they not fucking with you. Sometimes people
Exactly.
ain't gonna say shit to you because they
Yeah.
don't like your ass. But you gotta don't wait on the person's compliment for the results to come. You gotta keep on grinding and keep on. You gonna see the change. So that's what made me realize. So that's why I'm going in up on everything. Or like I'm probably a late bloomer, but it's better late than never. So it's like I'm full throttle with all this shit now.
Right,
Like
you full throttle.
I'm
Cause
full
that's
throttle. It feel
go ahead.
like the dog then got let out the cage now. You know
Right,
when you
you
got you know when the dog been in the cage and he get out, he just start fucking
hold him
running
back, hold him
everywhere.
back, hold him back.
Uh-huh.
But
Yep.
I like that. I like that what you said, when you said that your grind is a result is going to
Is the
curate
definition of your
is the
results.
definition. Yeah, it's the definition of your results, because that goes back into a podcast that I had before, right? It's called the 5-step process. I used to sell cars a couple years, like 8 years ago,
Yeah.
and I had a manager, a GM. His name is Paul Tabola. Shout out to Paul Tabola. He told me it's 5 steps. You know what I'm saying? When you selling cars, but those 5 steps when you selling cars is in life. And if you want to be the greatest car salesman, you
Yeah.
have to be addicted to this process in order to get results. First one, you got to meet and greet. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
meet and greet is translates in life. Me and you, we had to connect.
Yeah.
I had to DM you. I had to greet you. I had to connect to you. I had to say, hey, look, my man right here just put me on to you. I'm trying to reach out to you. Boom. You got
Yeah.
to meet and greet. We connected. Then you got to you got to do the wants and the needs. The wants and the needs is, I know you need a car, nigga. I need some money. I
Yeah.
need
There
an
it is.
interview and you a guest. I need to try to get you on my show. Look, we gotta do that, right? So
Yeah.
boom, we connected. I got the needs and the wants. We both got it down. 3, we gonna do a test drive. Test drive is, you gotta see this car. I know you like the car, you know what I'm saying? You want to drive in it. You got to
Yeah.
test drive it. You can't just buy a car. You can't just like, oh, I like that car,
Hell
I'm gonna
no.
buy it.
You'll be
No,
in the
because
hole.
that shit might not, you know what I'm saying? Might not even like the feel of that shit. You might not even know how to operate the shit. Too complicated. Me and you, we had to do a test drive. I had to, like, communicate with you about
Yeah.
certain things in regards to my show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to just come on anybody's show. You are a valuable person. You can't just loan yourself out to any type of
Yeah.
platform. You got to make sure it's right, even though a connection happened to make us, get in
Yeah.
contact with each other. Then you gotta the fourth process in selling cars is you have to go down and say, hey, look, you told me you want this, 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 and this. Is this what you wanted? Is this what you need? Can I get my money? Me and you. I told you, hey, look, my show is on this date. Are you available? I also need from you a picture so we can
Yeah.
promote this joint. We got that. Number 5, I'm gonna close the deal. You like this? Okay, sign right here. We
Yeah.
connected. We said there was a good date. Cool. Boom. 5
There it
steps.
is.
It's about results. You know what I'm saying? If you
There it is.
addicted to
That's all we trying
results,
to get.
you gonna get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But
Now,
you
oh,
see
go ahead.
how it was a process to get the result though.
Yeah, that's a
That's
long
where
people don't want to go through that.
yeah, see, but like when you say people, I'm one of them people because I used to always want to skip shit and
Yeah,
then just want to get the outcome. But it's like, nah, my nigga, you got to put this work in. And when
yeah,
you put the work in, you gonna appreciate it even more because you're not about to put that work in and be bullshitting. Like I tell my sons this too.
yeah.
You think Kobe and Jordan put all that extra work in on the court to get on
Right.
the court and be trash?
Fuck
Hell
no.
no. All them extra hours they put on that court,
They
I'm about to
bucking the
go on the
shit.
court and I'm about to murder this nigga. Yeah, I'm about to make this nigga pay for all the work that I
Right.
put in.
No bullshit. Because
On
Kobe
me.
used to be in the gym by himself doing 100,000 fucking shots all day.
Exactly.
Nigga get on
And
the
then
court 80.
and then what he do when he get on the court, he make motherfuckers regret sticking them. Like,
Man, mad as shit. He talking shit to him. And the nigga bilingual. The nigga might be talking shit to you in a different language. You don't know what the fuck he said. He calling you a little thick bitch.
all that shit.
You don't even know. Now, did having now obviously it did, but did having cancer create your purpose in life, or did before the cancer did you already kind of know what you wanted to do, or did the cancer kind of jumpstart you to understanding your purpose that God had for you?
Um, the cancer, I used to always be like even sometimes, but I'm kind of off it now. You even start to think like, damn, like how did I get cancer or why did I go through this? But What I realized is it was it was a process that I went through that made me understand what I'm supposed to be doing now.
Right.
So nobody wants to get cancer. Nobody wants to be on chemo. Nobody wants to do that. But how I feel when I'm
Yeah.
able to help another person that's going through the same situation that has cancer or chemo, it
Yeah.
makes me feel like that's my purpose. Because
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
because what's crazy is Smiles is I
Yeah.
was already doing this shit.
Mm.
But the crazy thing about it is I will only bring up my story if I'm talking to somebody and they tell me, "Oh, my auntie or my mom has cancer." Then I go automatically into telling them my story. The stuff,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Got you.
I
You
just
held
wasn't.
off on it. You didn't put that at the forefront. That was a
Yeah,
backstory.
yeah. But now I gotta put that out there because I'm able, like how I feel when I'm able to help a person going through that, man. It it makes me feel real good at the end of the day. Even if I'm able to talk to somebody and then just tell them, the supplements that I took,
Yeah.
or what they need to do when they're going through the chemo, or I know how they feeling when they're on chemo, like all of that shit. Cause that shit is hell. That shit is
Yeah.
hell. So it's
I can
like,
imagine.
yeah, so to be able to help, just to be able to help somebody out with the story, or, to talk to them, it's a blessing.
Yeah.
So,
That's always good, and I'm thankful and I'm proud, and I like to make sure that I'm asking good questions. So if any questions that I ask are too, what
no,
I'm
no,
saying,
hey,
like,
look,
so
look,
just let me
look.
know because I don't want to, I
Nah,
don't
you can
want.
ask me anything. Like
Okay,
I'm an open book out here. So
all right, cool.
I ain't ashamed about none of this shit. So
Okay, because these are
yeah,
some questions, and I just want you to know that my mindset behind these questions. These are questions that I thought, like, if I was in your position, what I'm saying. These are questions that I would want to know or understand, right? So this
yeah,
question I'm gonna ask you right now is when did you accept possibly dying? When it happened, did you accept death?
I never did. I thought, look, I'm not gonna sit up here in front. I thought
Hmm.
about it, but I was like, you know what? This is something that I'm gonna have to fight through. And if
Yeah.
I die, I die.
Right.
Like that's how I looked at it. But I never just laid down and been. I mean, I never just laid down and said, "Oh man, I'm about to give up." Like, nah, fuck that. My family, we ain't raised that way. We fucking
Right.
fighters.
You
We fight
fight.
through everything.
Exactly. You
So
don't give up.
yeah, we don't give up. I mean, if we go out, then we go out, but we don't lay down. So
Right. I like that. Now when you had cancer, did it I know you was telling me that you was having like some difficulties
hold
with
on, right quick. Let me tell my son
okay.
to stop dribbling the ball.
Okay.
Hey, hey.
Yeah, that was my man Brandon, you know what I mean? Shout out to the kids though. Shout out to the kids. Niggas always want to do shit while we do it. Why parents want to do stuff. Shout
Hey,
out
you
to
know
us
what's
little
crazy, Smiles? You know what's
uh,
crazy, Smiles?
yeah.
They told me that I wasn't even supposed to have kids, right?
Right.
And I got twin boys.
You got twin boys,
I got
Brandon.
two.
Look at
I got twin.
God.
Look. It just goes to show you that you
That was
can't
my
trust.
next question because you kept saying you had some sons. I was like, damn, didn't they tell
Yeah,
us nigga
I
can't
got.
have
Look,
kids?
it just shows you that you can't believe what the doctors say. God got the last
God
word
got
at
the
the end of the
last
day.
word. Look at that. And God needed you to have some seeds on this earth.
Yeah, for real though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all right. And what's their names? Get the sons a shout out.
Brandon and Brendan.
Okay, we got it. Is
Yeah.
Brandon a junior?
Yeah, but man, a lot of people be like, "How you gonna name one a junior and one?" But I'm like, man, he
You gotta do that.
understand
You
this.
gotta have a junior. My brother a junior.
Yeah, and
My
I'm like,
brother a junior.
and I be telling him like he came out first. His brother was
Yeah, he
right
the
after. So
first. You got
yeah,
that's the oldest boy. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
He got
So
heavy shoes to fill. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's a heavy shoes when you named after your dad and shit.
man.
Now shout out to Brandon and Brendan, right?
Yep, yep.
Okay. Now I was asking, did the cancer affect your mental health? Because I know that you was telling me that you would snap sometimes when you were going
It
through the therapy and stuff. But as you got older and And I mean, as you got older, but as you began to go fight through your, the process of having cancer, did it affect your mental health?
Yes, it did, and
Mm-hmm.
it affects my patience. And the reason
Mm.
why I say that is because when you have cancer, your mind. I mean, when you catch cancer and you beat it, the first thing. Well, my thing was I got to do this now because I don't know what can happen for tomorrow. I don't know what's
Oh,
going to happen next
right,
week.
right,
So,
right.
but that's a problem that I have for a long time, being impatient. And when you impatient, you fuck your life up in so many ways. You end up with the wrong person. You end up at the wrong job. You end up
Right,
around the wrong friends just because you're trying to force shit all the time because you being very impatient. But you can't
right.
live life that kind of way. You got to sit back. You got to pray about
Yeah,
certain things and you got to leave
right,
certain things alone. So I would say
right.
that it did, but I've learned to just, you know, do do my part and let
Yeah.
everything else fall into place.
And what are some things for those of some people, my listeners out there that may be on Spotify, YouTube, Google, whatever they streaming this, Facebook, wherever they streaming us at,
Hmm.
and they may be trying to work through their mental, you know um mental responsibilities that they have within them, and they're
Uh-huh.
trying to fight through the anger and the impatientness. What are some tools that you use to kind of help calm you down, or maybe like take a step back,
Yeah,
and be like, hey,
that's a
Brandon, chill.
that's a that's a good question because when I talk about 2019, it was a lot of shit going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was so much shit going on that I would have never thought that I would find myself in a therapy session talking to a counselor.
Mm.
But I ended up going to one session,
Mm-hmm.
and I go to one session, and while I'm talking to the counselor, this might sound a little weird. While I'm talking to the counselor, I'm explaining to him everything that's going on. But while I'm talking to him, I'm
Uh-huh.
listening to myself talk. I'm low key answering my own questions.
Oh, you having an out of body experience.
Yeah. So
Oh,
while
that's
I'm doing
dope.
that, I I walk up out of there, and the counselor called me like a week later. He was like, "Are you going to come back?" And I was like, "Nah." I was like, "I understand everything that I need to do." So
Mm.
I would say for people that's going through mental issues, or you just feel like life is kicking your ass, and sometimes
Yeah.
life be kicking all our ass, what you got to learn to do is you got to be able to find that outlet to where you're able to get your thoughts all in one spot. And some people might handle it all a different ways. Some
Lift your
people
camera
might.
up a little bit.
You said what?
Lift your camera up a little bit. It's cutting your eyes off. Okay, there you go.
Like that? That's good.
Yep.
Okay. What I was saying was you got to be able to basically, this is what I did. You
Uh-huh.
got to be able to find that outlet that brings your calm. And my
Right.
outlet that brings my calm is working out. But everybody don't like to work out. You got to be able to find your calm. It might be Smiles taking a walk at the beach. It might be
Right.
me. Shit, it might be me going to the park once a week and walking for 30 minutes. It might be me.
Right.
We all have our thing. Just don't make your thing be the wrong thing. Don't
Right.
be out here trying to sniff cocaine. Don't be out here trying to pick
Right.
up heroin for the outlet. But
Right. And be
there's
on
a
Instagram all day and not
yeah,
paying
like
attention to
you
people.
gotta you gotta be able to find something to where you're able to do it, and then you're able to get all them thoughts in the right place and see where you need to
Right.
go.
Right, right. That's awesome. Those are awesome tips. What are some healthy habits that you create to remain healthy outside of, working out, outside of your supplements? What are some other for those who may be watching and may be like, damn, I want to know what supplements or what routines he's doing, some healthy habits he's doing to keep healthy.
What you talking about as far as the dieting, or you talking
Yeah, the
about just
dieting. Yep.
oh, okay? I was about to say what I my diet is. What I do is I try to eat. Look, as you see, I'm still a big nigga. So as
Yeah, but you
see,
look like a buff nigga. You don't look like obese like Ruben. You're not like Ruben Studdard,
I'm a
nigga.
little mixture. I'm a little
You
mixture.
little mixture, okay. Like little Luther Vandross in
Yeah, I'm a
between.
little mixture. But
Okay.
but what I do is my plan is I try to eat as good as possible during the week. And on the weekends is when I try to be like, nigga, I'm going to Krispy Kreme. I'm about to get this
Right.
burger. But what I do is in the morning, I eat like a healthy cereal. I eat fruit. For
Yeah.
lunch, I might drink a shake. And then for dinner, that's what I'm gonna eat. But you got like if you're trying to lose weight or if you're just trying
Yeah.
to be a little healthy, don't eat your dinner after 8 o'clock, especially if you're trying to lose weight. Make sure you eat
Okay.
dinner
Don't eat dinner
before 8.
after 8. Okay, damn.
You gotta
That's why I
cut.
done gained 20 pounds, Brandon. I've been eating
Yeah.
after 8,
You
nigga.
gotta, and then also we all like to drink. People drinking the
I know. I just got the Bud Ice right here.
yeah.
God
But
damn.
look, the key to that is it's hard. It's hard
It
because
is. It's so
we be having
hard.
we be having hard weeks when we at work. People be
This shit
bullshitting,
brew.
just all kind of shit. But what I learned is
Mm-hmm.
save the drink for the weekend too.
Save it for the weekend, not the weekday.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Okay.
if you gonna drink it during the weekday, don't go hard. Have you one
So
or
this
two.
one can is good. This
Yep.
one can I have
One
is
can are
good.
good. And then look,
Okay,
one
okay,
more
okay.
one more key thing.
Yeah.
Cut the soda and juice. Drink more water than anything. I know soda and juice
Exactly.
taste good, but drink more water than anything.
What
Because
about natural? What about a natural drink, like from scratch, like with hibiscus and seeds and stuff like
oh
that?
yeah,
Ginger.
most
Okay, okay,
definitely.
we in
Yeah.
there. We in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So straight that and water, right?
Yep. Look, the water, what I learned is the water helps flush all that bullshit out. Like
Right,
it
right,
it
right,
used to
right.
it used to be a time where I used to hate drinking water, but I
Mm.
realized like when you don't drink a lot of water, you keep a lot of bullshit inside of your system. Like if
Right,
you,
and make your face fucked up.
yep, you got all them face be looking like a Hershey bar and shit.
I
So,
know, crater face ass
and you
bitch.
don't want that. Like
No,
who
my face looking good.
who wants acne as a grown person?
And
Like
it's
like
horrible.
you feel me?
It
So
is
that's
so horrible, bro. I
yes,
got it. I gained it.
yeah.
Oh, because I
So that's
wasn't drinking water, like what you said is
yeah.
true.
That
That
water
shit
is a
fuck your
must.
skin up, man.
Hmm. Exactly. So
And,
those are
and not
just
don't drink tap water.
nah, hell no.
Don't drink
Hell no.
tap.
You don't want to hey, you drink that tap water, you might be in the hospital the
You
next
might
day.
be, they might get lead poison. Stop drinking the tap
Oh
water,
man.
man. Spring or
Yeah,
mineral water
exactly.
or
So
alkaline water.
yep. So those are just little basic things that I try to do. It don't happen all the time. Sometimes, especially when you got kids,
Yeah.
you buying them lunches for their snacks, you end up eating their snacks and shit. So
I
so
dog all my little cousin shits. What them
yeah.
Capri Suns? Those is my man. I'm
Nah, the
crushing them joints.
gushers.
The Gushers, that's
The
the joint.
gushers.
I'm dogging the Gushers, Slim. I'm
Man.
dogging the Gushers.
Hell yeah. I'll go through that whole box of eight.
Right, they
Yeah.
fucked up. The kids are fucking the Rice Krispie treats. Nigga, I got a 40
Mhm.
pack right now,
That's what I'm
nigga.
saying. All of that shit tastes good. I ain't gonna sit up in here in front, but I
Yeah, you
just try
gotta
to cut it.
right.
All I do is try to cut it as much as possible during the week, and then on the weekend, shit, I'm going in. So
Right, you going in.
I'm
Now,
going.
as an adult who lived through cancer, what is your biggest lesson that you have?
My biggest lesson is don't take people in your life for granted because whether we catch cancer, whether we don't catch cancer, people are
Mm-hmm.
dying every day. Whether it's a
Amen.
car accident, whether it's a disease, whether it's people getting shot, with anything. You
Right.
gotta love on your people that's loving on you, and
Exactly.
stop wasting. Look, let me tell you something, Smiles.
Yes, Brandon.
You don't know who's really on your side until you broke, till you sick,
Right.
or you locked up
Right.
in jail. Them
Yep.
people that stick around when you
Yep.
either those three things, you keep them people around no matter what.
Yep. Yep. That's true.
Love
That's
on the
so
people that
true.
love on the
That's so
people
true.
that's
That's why I
loving
don't
on
got.
you.
That's why I only got internet friends and all my friends in LA. All my friends in LA is awesome because they know me when I was broke,
Yeah,
and my internet friends definitely because they definitely know me when I was broke and
yeah,
stuff. But yeah, but it's so true, like what you say, because people, man, you got to go through seasons, with people.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they say even I've had people that I've considered my best friends. Like I got two ex-best friends, a boy and a girl. Like I thought these niggas we was gonna grow old together off some
I
Martin
thought the
shit,
same thing. I
life
thought the
shit,
same
you know what I'm
thing.
saying? Sitting on a
Mm-hmm.
porch and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But damn, man, now the nigga ain't got no motherfucking.
Yeah. Hey, Smiles too. Look, I did a little clip, I think about last week about who to cut off,
Yeah.
about that, right? What I
Mm-hmm.
learned is, man, and it took me a while to learn this shit is there's going to be more people who we have to cut off in our life than that's going to grow with us. And
Right.
I had to accept that shit because
Mm-hmm.
it kind of hurts to outgrow people or
Yeah, I
you be
know,
real
right?
cool with somebody and the next thing you know, y'all fall out.
I know.
But what I learned is that's just how life is sometimes. Like look
Yeah.
at all the people who we lost who then died just out of nowhere.
Right.
So what I told myself is, if I can
Yeah.
get over a motherfucker dying, then I can
Right.
get over a motherfucker not being cool with me no more.
Right.
So
In fact, moving to the next
exactly,
caller, please. Thank you.
exactly.
Right.
So
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true. Now, where do you see ATR in the next 5 to 10 years?
in the next 5 to 10 years, I
Yeah.
actually want to turn ATR into a gym.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, I want to.
Addicted to results. That's a good ass gym name.
Yeah, I want to turn it into a gym. But I just like I'm thinking real big. Like lately, I just been thinking big, but I
Yeah.
want to turn it into a gym. But I just don't want to. I just don't want it to be a gym just for
Uh-huh.
working out. I
Okay.
wanted it. I I don't want it to be a church because not everybody goes to church. But I
Yeah.
believe that if if you can make a place to where people can come and people can talk and speak on how they feel,
Right.
just go out there and vent the same way that I did when I went to the counseling session.
Right. Right.
If I can do a place where people can come to work out, and then also have that, that's something that I would really want to do. People
Ooh.
people can just come and express on how they feel in front of other people, and
Right.
even the
And then
people
get their
that,
workout on.
yeah, there it is. So we feel a whole lot better when we able to talk to somebody, and not everybody has people to talk to, and people
Right.
don't feel comfortable.
Exactly.
People don't feel comfortable with speaking on their
Exactly.
business. So
Exactly.
that's
Exactly. It's hard, it's definitely hard. And I think that's noble because, like what you said, people don't have somebody to talk to. For me personally, just speaking on myself, I suffer with depression a lot.
yeah,
And I was in I had to when I was younger, when I was in college, I had went to this situation with this sorority where I got kicked off because I fought security, and that like sent me into like a deep depression, and I had to go into like this hospital,
yeah,
mental hospital. I had to stay there for like a couple months, you know what I mean?
yeah,
To kind of get myself together and stuff like that. But and I felt better talking to somebody, that I guess other people that felt like they went through the same stuff. I guess that's how I go. Like
yeah,
if you're talking to somebody that's going through or have went through the stuff that you've going through or went through, it just makes it better. You don't feel like judgmental. It's not
yeah,
like you talking to somebody, they're not trying to give you a bunch of solutions. Well, I
yeah,
think you should do this. I
yeah.
think you
Fuck
should.
that
Man,
shit
shut the
don't
fuck
work.
up. You don't
Yeah,
know, bitch. Have
exactly,
you been through it?
exactly,
You know what I'm saying? But
exactly.
yeah, like that's true. You want to be able to. People don't have people to talk to, and everybody in this world we live in, everything's so fucking judgmental. You can't
Yep,
even just express yourself honestly to just
exactly,
people. Even if people you may think it's your homies, you're like, damn, I'm trying to express them. These motherfuckers thinking some other wild shit. So it's like,
exactly,
fuck it. I'm gonna
exactly.
just keep this shit to myself.
See, but that's where we go wrong. Like keeping that shit in, it's like having poison in our body. What I learned.
Yeah.
So that's why. with me starting the podcast, and with me being able to get on your podcast,
Yeah.
being able to speak out, it makes me feel a lot better because I'm expressing how I feel. Because just like what you said, people are judgmental, and what I realize, the people that's judgmental, they do worse shit than the person they judging.
Exactly. Exactly. You more fucked up. You need to be talking
Exactly.
to somebody, motherfucker.
Exactly. All they do is tuck the shit under the rug a little bit better, but
Yeah.
it's only so
Fact.
much shit you can tuck under the rug. So
Yeah, man, because it's a lot of people out here that are battling, you know what I'm saying? Like, and people are dealing with like suicidal thoughts, because I was one of the motherfuckers, man.
yeah,
I was a cutter, and I don't know if I've even told outside of my partner, but
yeah,
I was a cutter, Brandon. Like,
yeah,
cutting for me was very therapeutic, you know what I mean?
yes.
And the reason why I started cutting was because my grandma, I had to take care of my grandma when I got out of college. She
Okay.
has like a lot of children, but all the kids except for my dad, was busy, couldn't take care of them. I'm the grandchild. I'm taking care of my grandma. I don't have no life, you know what I'm saying? I love my grandma, but that was a stress on me,
Yeah,
and it made me start cutting, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
that's stress. I ain't had nobody to talk to.
See,
That's stuff, people deal with, because people don't know that make you want to like take your life.
I already
It just
know.
make
I
you
already
want to
know.
jump off a bridge, you know what I'm
On
saying?
me,
Like
because
all the pressure.
you be like going through that deep depression stage. It's like you only can sleep so much. You do all
Yeah,
that sleeping, but you still tired.
right.
Like you do all that, like that shit is no joke, man. So that's
Yeah,
why it's big. Like what you said, it's like, man, you got to find somebody to talk to, and
yeah,
sometimes people don't have that person to talk to. So that's
yeah.
why I want to like I want to
Make
turn
that
this.
that that gym where people can feel
Yeah,
comfortable, like an open, like a free space. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I think that's honorable and that's noble. Do you have ATR trademark?
yeah.
It's
Yes, we
trademark.
do. Yeah, I had to do all of that because you already know how people are. So
Yeah. So if people, because I'm gonna send you something. I seen something online. Somebody got your stuff.
oh yeah, I seen it, but they had it be. That's why I had to put the 310 on my shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
when I made my business page.
Right, but they don't
So
even they don't got yours like you got yours. I was
yeah,
like, I'm about to tell this nigga Brandon somebody's
yeah,
out here using his shit.
yeah. I seen it.
Okay, all right, bet. You know,
Yeah.
I was already working for you, nigga.
Good looking though. Good
you
looking.
know. So what are some endeavors that we can see from ATR in the future?
To be honest with you, I'm just building now. I'm just trying to get the name out there, and I want people to know that yeah, I have the clothes and everything, but the message is not more important than the message. I mean,
Right. The
the
brand is
clothes,
not more the
yeah, the
clothing line is
clothes
not
is
important as
not
the message.
more important than the message that I'm
Right.
trying to put out.
Because it's a
And
brand.
yeah, but the message is bigger than the clothes. So that's
Okay.
why it's not just about cancer, it's about mental issues, mental problems too.
Mental
Cause I
health
was going,
witness.
yeah,
Right.
because I was going through all of that shit. So it's like the cancer and the chemo, that's the main thing what I'm focused on, but also the mental issues and mental problems that we all go through in daily life shit. So
Right.
that's
Fact.
what I'm that's what I'm focused on.
So you focus on wellness, fitness, mental health, and just remaining positive through the process and elevating a better you, despite the circumstances or the obstacles
Yeah.
that may come your way. Now, this is the last questions before we get up out of here, and I want to thank you again for coming on. Now, I always
Thank
like
you
to
for
ask my
inviting me too.
yeah, no problem, bro. It's and before I had got sidetracked, but I meant to say this too before I ask this. I'm a firm believer, right?
Hmm.
In my life, I've never met anybody, Brandon, when I say anybody from crackhead to homeless person, that I have not had anything in common with in my life.
Yeah.
every single person that I've come across within my life, I've had something in common with, I could relate to. And that to me just means that that's just a sign from God, that that's just my ability. And that's just the reason why I'm here on this earth, is to be that person that can relate to everybody or can have a commonality. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
something.
I feel like that God doesn't put people into my path without reason. You know what I'm saying? It's the reason why I met Ben. It's the reason why I met Dice, who showed me Ben. It's the reason why I'm meeting you. It's
Yes,
all in passing things forward. And every night, you know what I'm saying, me and my partner, we always say our prayers, you know what I'm saying? But in our prayers, I always ask God to allow us to be vessels
yeah,
for him on and use us as only he knows how, right?
yeah,
And so I feel like as I'm more in tuned into who I am as a woman, who I am as a person, as a human being, you know what I'm saying, that I'm allowing myself and I'm allowing God to just, you know, flow through me, and he is going to continue to put people onto our paths. And so I met you for a reason, and
yeah,
your reason, like your brand that you got, I mean, it's connecting to me and my partner's brand that we got. I mean,
yeah.
everything is happening for a reason. I'm just blessed and honored to have you on my show. And my question I wanted to ask you is, if you were to die today or tomorrow, what is a quote you can leave the world to remember you by?
A quote that I will
It's a good question. I always get
yeah,
it.
that's a good question. Um a quote would be my quote would literally be, what we put in is what we get out.
Let's go. What we put in is what we get out.
What we
That's
like,
it.
I mean, it's simple, but the shit is the shit is true. Like, we gotta put it, like, what we put in is what we get out. I know it's simple, but shit, just like what they said. Somebody said that we ain't about to be here for forever anyway. So
Right.
it's like we all gonna go someday. So it's just like,
Yeah.
man, what we put in is what we get out. It's like, I know I'm a late bloomer, just like I
Yeah.
said, but better late than never. That
Yeah.
them little them little fast steps, that shit
Yeah.
don't work. You want to take every fucking step, like what I learned is every step is necessary.
Mm-hmm.
So
Every step is necessary.
it's like when you do a math problem, right?
Yeah.
If you do one fucking one move wrong, it throws the whole problem off, right?
Yes.
That's the same thing with building ourselves up. Like, when we try to skip steps,
I'm
that shit throw
sorry.
everything off. So I'm gonna just say, what we put in is what we get out.
What we put in is what we get out. When you try to you know, put half step, when you try to half step shit, you don't get the right results. But when you put the right results in, and what you put in the right process, you get in good
Yeah,
results. That's why you are can be addicted to results, addicted
there
to
it
the good
is.
results, right?
Yeah,
So I
there it is.
appreciate that, Brandon. I appreciate you for tapping in. I don't know if Ben is still Ben. Are you still here? I gotta tap him sometime.
Yeah.
Still here.
Okay, there we go. My man still here. Okay, Brandon, I want to thank you for coming on to the show. I want to thank you for tapping in with me. I want to thank Ben for connecting us, man. This is an inspirational show. This is by far the best show I've had ever on the Treetop Radio LA. This is the best show. Me and Black Hole Man be having some good shows too, but this right here is the best show. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank you for coming on, and
Thank
make
you for the
sure,
invite,
and
and thank
yeah,
you again, B, for plugging me in for plugging me in with Smiles, man. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Oh
and
yeah,
give
you know what it is.
your Instagram name too and your Cash App, just in case, cause ain't no nation like a donation.
My Instagram name is addicted underscore to underscore results 310. And
And your Instagram, I
my
mean your Cash
cash
App.
app is ATR 310.
ATR 310, easy shit. Make sure y'all donate, man.
There it is. There it
Make sure
is.
y'all donate. Hey, Brandon, thank you for tapping in, my man.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank
I
you again. You
appreciate
guys
you.
have a good You guys have a good night too.
Have a good night, brother.
All right,
Hey, y'all already know that was my man Brandon, owner of ATR, Addicted to Results, because we know to be addicted to results, you got to be addicted to the process, man. Ain't no cutting corners over here. We getting straight to the results and grinding, you know what I'm saying, through the process. Y'all know I never go a show without thanking my beautiful partner, my beautiful woman. Thank you for being, my backbone, being the sugar on my pie, you know what I'm saying, being everything that I need you to be, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's free motherfucking Simba to that man. Free. Young is in charge. Moko's finals. Inshallah, he will be home soon. You feel me? And when he come home, hey, the DMV, the rap game is over for y'all niggas because my man got an arsenal. Hey, been ready. Hey, give him your motherfucking Instagram name and your Cash App because ain't no nation like a donation, nigga.
Instagram at the real Ben Ready. Cash App Ultimate Apparel, ALLTUHMENT Apparel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's the boss in charge, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Townhouse Media. Shout out to my nigga Ben Ready, cause he like that. Without him, I wouldn't have this nice living room, nigga. Do you see this living room? That's because of Townhouse Media. And if you try and be a part of the team, you know what I'm saying? DM me. You know what I'm saying? It's a special fee now. And all we require is trust, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Capitol Heights. Shout out to my mother, Armida Cato. Long live my daddy. Long live Nipsey Hussle, man. Shout out to everybody on Crenshaw, man. Shout out to all my fraternity, sorority members, you know, red, blue team, you know what I mean? Shout out to Jamil, currently incarcerated. This is his song, Check. Make sure y'all download that shit on all streaming platforms. Also, he has Ghetto Blues out. Flyboys Flavors. Shout out to that nigga, man. That's my homie. He got all the edibles in DC. Holla at my man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Big Lou. Hey, been ready. We on this bitch. Big 41, bitch.
One trippin' cause I got a check. Thinking it's rich cause I got a check. You can get trippin', yeah, I got a check. The track one trippin' cause I got a check.
Yes, sir. Been ready is the man. Shout out to No Cuts. It's Cuts, bitch.
Are you fucking kidding me?